Hello, here's Roland Grapow from Masterplan, and you're watching Chaoszine.
Okay, so what's up everyone? Chaoszine is today here at Hotel Vaakuna in Helsinki, Finland, and we have Roland Grapow as guest. How are you, man? How's it going?
I'm fine. Nice to be here. Yeah.
You arrived yesterday and actually had a rehearsal. You said to me that it's been quite some time that you actually rehearsed.
Yeah, it's true because, with Masterplan we just rehearsed last time 10 years ago. And then when we had some experience with the live situation, mostly we play festivals nowadays. And when I say, okay, we have a gig next week, let's rehearse 5 days before at home, each guy, or at least I do, and then I hope the other guys are prepared as well. And then live, to be honest, it sounds always tight and good.
So it's always been a working thing for you.
We have some backing tracks at home to rehearse and the click, and it's more precise instead of just playing to the finished CD or something.
Yeah.
So it's definitely very helpful, and it really works fine for myself. But yesterday when I came here, you stay in a room with 5 guys and then a lot of noise, cymbals, and my ears were a bit shaking after when I went to the hotel. But they played very well, the guys, really well prepared. We played songs which I didn't play for more than 20 years.
Okay.
Like Dark Ride, which we played today, and the other guitar player, Santu, he was so good prepared. He played harmony guitars, which I played on the album, but we never played it live.
Okay.
Because Waike played rhythm, I played on the top or the melodies and the solo parts.
Are you normally nervous when you go to those new situations? That how will it actually turn out? If the other guys are
not
prepared,
so much. When they're bad, then of course I would say polite. Let's try again, or can we work on this? But I didn't need to say it, so we just played every song once. Then we made a decision to add another song from Helloween, which is not mine, I Want Out. And so we played it twice yesterday, because we just decided 2 days ago. And so maybe today in the hotel room I was playing once more, and then let's go. Tomorrow's over, then it's done.
So obviously we had to postpone the classic rock and metal meeting for I think 3 times or something due COVID.
Minimum 2, 3.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But what kind of time period it was for you overall, this COVID period, when everything was sort of slowed down and living in slow motion?
From the business side, of course, less shows. But what was a bit frustrating, some of the shows paid already advances for booking the flights, like Moscow Peace Festival, and it was postponed twice, and then now finally it's cancelled because of the war. And so the money is spent. I booked once flights, and then they wanted the money back. I said, no, sorry, you lost it. When you book flights, it's not the fault of the band when something is cancelled. And that was a pretty bad situation for promoters, and because I'm dealing now in the band, booking flights with the agency, taking care about everything. So my job is not only being guitar player anymore. It's like you have to be something multi-talented, something manager.
But that's how it is nowadays with most of the bands.
Yeah, you have a big situation like let's say Scorpions or whatever. They have management, they have people controlling everything. But on our level, you have to do everything on your own. And
but if you are working in a sort of mid-level band, you have one guy who is handling as you said bookings, and one guy is doing backdrops and designing, and third guy is doing something else. So everybody has their role within the band.
Yeah, I have the role in the band. The others are coming and enjoying and drinking.
So you have few roles at least.
Yeah, so basically it's, but it's fine. I like it. It's a kind of. It's not so many shows. We have 5 festivals per year or something, or sometimes 6, 7. It's possible that we once in a while we make a little Spanish tour, 8 or 10 shows, and it's all made in 2 weeks, and then we have promoter helping, of course, in Spain, making everything.
Is Spain good market for you?
Still a very good market in South America. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of like speaking the COVID time, what kind of time period it was for you, like creative wise? Were you like making a lot of music, or was it difficult to be creative because everything was sort of like slowed down, or how was it for you?
Not really slowing down, no. I was, like I said, the life situation went away a bit.
Yeah.
And this other behind the business stuff was a bit hard work. But then on the other side, I had a lot of studio work because in my studio I'm working for other bands, mixing albums. Basically, I prefer now just mixing because I made 15 years recording and mixing, and I change houses now in Slovakia. So my studio is a bit smaller. It's just, how you say, specialized as a mixing studio, and I like to sit alone in the studio mixing for the bands via internet and then sending the result, and sometimes one guy is coming if he's from Czech or Slovakia, but I prefer that because it's really exhausting when you work with 5 guys and everybody wants something different, and you have to be the guy who takes care about everything.
And I guess sometimes it's quite difficult.
Also accommodation, they say staying there. You say I work from 10 till 8, but not watching the clock. If it's longer, it's longer. But then they're not finishing. They're hanging out in the studio, want to drink and want to talk, want to hear old Helloween stories and this and that, you know. And then it's 2 o'clock in the morning again, and so this is too much, you know. Sometimes you have to say, okay, that's it.
But there was like enough work during the COVID time for you, like
absolutely.
when it comes to mixing, that you had like a lot of projects
I said to my wife, it was strange because COVID was frustrating because you couldn't go out, you couldn't travel without any problems, you know, and I was hiding myself at home working. I had a lot of work, but of course I wanted to visit my family in Germany or something, my brothers, and then the whole winter is always locked, you know, and I never had these injections.
Oh, okay, so you haven't taken anything.
I said no. Then I don't go out, you know. When about shopping, my wife went into the supermarket. I stayed in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have a dog, so I took care with the dog. Went around the supermarket. See you in 1 hour. And that's So it's kind of. I also got COVID twice. You know, once after the South American tour when COVID started. I got it already, but didn't went to doctor. I just. Yeah, was pretty strong, and then this year again, in the summer, I thought, oh, great, you know, that was really bad. Lost 5 kilo and in 1 week or something.
Okay, so it was
very bad, yeah. And then this coughing after 3 weeks was getting better, but I feel fine also.
But now you are okay. Back in strength.
No problem. My nose is always running because I have allergy of maybe something.
So with Masterplans, you are also, or you just put out a vinyl for Time to Be King.
Yeah, we have 20 years anniversary in January.
Yeah.
So
congrats.
Thanks. And I talked with AFM Records about this nearly a year ago. We should do something special. I mean, we have already a new album in the pipeline, and it's not 100% finished because of some lyrics are missing and vocal melodies. But now I was rehearsing here for this 1 or 2 weeks at home, and so next week I'm starting with Rick working via internet. He doesn't need to come to my studio, and I sent him the first song. He didn't hear anything so far. The only guy in the band. Okay. I said I want that he's hearing my ideas with the vocal melodies, and then he should make his idea and see what is the best. And that's how I like to work, because I want more control, like I had it on the beginning of Masterplan, you know. Because I have a certain style of this little bit Halloweenish influenced vocal melodies, you know. If you see it, we're the heroes of the new world, da, 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 da. So he has more bluesy kind of style. If you listen to a solo album, it's more AOR. And I don't want this on Masterplan so much, so that's why I want to give him some inspiration first. And we start next week when I'm back here.
So does it normally turn out like the way you have had in your head, or does it sometimes turn out like completely different way, but in a good way though?
No, and last time we just went, what he had ideas, like Novum Initium, it's a long time ago already. And I had some songs I had, and so I liked it somehow. But then after a while I said, let's go back to the roots of Masterplan, you know? And because the first album I was singing all the melodies, and then I gave it to Jorn, and he made them better, some of the songs, or different, more bluesy, and but definitely one song he changed totally, and then with Uli and I said, can you use Roland's melody? And oh, this is fucking shit, like he is, you know. And but on the end he did it, and we were happy about everything. And it's not a bit about dictating something. It's just I think that's what the fans like, this kind of melodies, you know, this like. I don't wanna say alone. Not like we got a feeling a lonelier night. It's not working for us. We need some link between what I really like is Helloween melodies. What I like is the chant you got. It's like a Germanized kind of, not too bluesy, not too crazy or something, you know. But not like singing the same like the chords or something. It should be a melody on the top of the rhythm melody. So it's kind of when I play solo, it's the same style. So it's a song and a song, you know, when I play solo.
Were you writing all the material for the upcoming Masterplan album like during these COVID years, or has it been like a long time process?
Last 3 years, yeah. It really took a long time because we started mostly keyboard player Axel and me, and then I was busy again for a couple of months mixing other bands, and so that's why it took so long, you know. And now we finalized already 6 months ago. That's it. We have the 12 songs, but I didn't finish the vocal melodies, so because I was busy again, and but now.
So everything rest is like done and recorded, and now it's just up for recording the vocals. And
I can imagine that because. Record labels need so long now for releasing
6 months.
6 months. I said, why? You know,
vinyl.
Yeah, and vinyl exactly. And they said, but we make the plan when the song is finished. We make the first single or video. Then 3 months later again, and this is like advertisement before the album comes. So we have at least 3 songs out already. So people will hear from us soon, maybe in May, April, or something.
But the album is gonna be out sometime in
maybe
the fall
September,
next year.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that's what you are like aiming at the moment.
Yeah. For my test, when it's done, it should be out 3 months later. But that was the past, you know.
You would release it the next day if you could.
Yeah, so why they need so much time? I don't even see better work than in the past. But somehow all the labels are doing this.
That's how it is. They need to schedule things ahead.
Yeah.
So obviously, like you already mentioned, Helloween has been quite a big part of your like musical DNA. And the guys.
I learned the most from the metal parts, which also I'm, you know, before Helloween I didn't even know the band, so I had different style. Growing up in the 70s, you know, I mean, I can give you so many band names like from Deep Purple, Styx, Kansas, Foreigner, which is not metal at all. But of course there was Saxon and Judas Priest, you know. And Scorpions is one of my biggest influences as well. All these great guitar players like Schenker, Uli Ross, or Queen, Brian May, and Eddie Van Halen, and all this stuff, you know. But heavy metal was for me just Saxon and Judas Priest from the beginning of the 80s.
Yeah.
And when I had the band Rampage, we tried to make this kind of style copying in a way, but our vocals were much more melodic, and we had three harmonies always, 3 singers. And that was the main difference. So we started like that, and that's why Mikey saw me in this band, Rampage. But that was the only connection of heavy metal with me. And then Helloween, they asked me, oh, okay. So I learned in Helloween a lot of stuff, how to do this, staccato guitars I didn't play before. Totally different arrangements of stuff, like long songs like Keeper of the Seven Keys or Helloween song. And then I tried to find my niche. In the beginning I tried to copy the style, like, you know, The Chant was my first song. So how can I make Helloween fans happy? Write something like I think would work, but the inspiration came from Final Countdown.
Okay.
Like a hymn anthem. You know? It's not the same melody, but it's like something. And then Mikey heard it. That's fucking cool. That's great.
So when they announced the Pumpkin United thing, did they ask you to join as well?
No,
it was just about having more vocalists in the band.
I was in contact with Kai Hansen a little bit for a while, not now anymore. I don't know. It seems like they're totally separate from the rest. Like management makes everything. I even tried to write Michael Kiske because he made an interview telling I didn't want to join. And then manager answered me. So what this is, you know? I mean, I met Michael and Kai 5 years ago in Switzerland, and we had a nice time, made pictures together and everything. So now it's a different word, but they never asked me, and still don't know the reason 100% why, but I think it's more money-wise that they don't need more people in the band, you know. Like,
what's your like relationship with them? Is it like you aren't like anyway in touch anymore with them?
I met Waiki in Tenerife 10 years ago when I was on holiday, and I met the whole band before the reunion in Finland. Here was a festival, Helsinki festival, was it? Or
I don't know.
What's the name? Outdoor festival. It was nice. And then I met them in front of the hotel.
Was it like Tuska? Tuska festival?
I think, yeah. Tuska was it. Masterplan played, and they played next day, but they were already arrived. So I met them, and Andy Darius went away from me. He saw me and went away, and then I went after him and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And then we talked 3 hours. Then I met them again in Slovakia. So I was always searching for a connection, but didn't work.
Okay.
They're not interested.
Okay, but you are still like in a way cool with them, that there isn't like any bad
I mean,
blood
I love Marcos, I love Vaiki. When I would see them alone, I would hang out with them, drink beer or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to have good connection. I'm not the guy who hates somebody, you know. I don't care about that. I like Sasha. He's a big Masterplan fan, and he gave me even some emails. And when we needed a singer, he offered me a friend who was also singing. So he has a good connection. The only guy I never talked was the drummer.
Okay.
Don't know his name. Daniel Löbele?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So how does the future look when it comes to, like, for example, next year? Will you plan on playing a lot of shows, or what's in the scope?
We're booking. We had already booked 5 shows. It's a festival in Germany, close to Hamburg. So it will be announced in 2 weeks. I can't say it now. So we're happy to be at that festival again after 7 years. Then we play in Switzerland, in Austria. One in Sweden. Don't ask me for the festival. I'm really bad in remembering names. So hopefully some more coming. I go maybe to South America in April, as making the same kind of project like we do here. I play with Brazilian musicians Helloween songs.
Okay.
And 8 shows is a plan. I did this 3 years ago, worked fine. But it was more like 50-50, Helloween and Masterplan songs. But now I think the fans want to hear more of the Helloween stuff, because when they want Masterplan, the whole Masterplan band can go.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't make sense to play here and there. I think they want to hear the old stuff, which Helloween is not playing, like Dark Ride, Time of the Oath, and The Chance. Still we go. And then if I don't have enough songs, I take some of my favorites, like Eagles Fly Free of the other guys. I love Eagles Fly Free, one of my favorite songs of Vaiki. And also the ballad. They had maybe I Want Out or Future or something, the hits, you know.
Yeah.
The old stuff. The new stuff, I don't even know what they play.
But there isn't like any touring plans with Masterplan, some European tours or anything in the works?
I said in a former interview already, so we stopped touring around 7-8 years ago. I don't take the risk anymore, because I'm the guy who, when we get some money, I give it to the other guys, you know. And if we don't make money, I have to still to pay them.
Yeah.
And that's not nice. That everything is on my shoulders, you know. That's a business what we have now. And I decided, if I get advances from festivals, there's no risk for the band, you know. I booked the flights with a company. Then we play, we get paid always, and we're happy. And a lot of people can see us still, you know.
Yeah. So that's your aim.
That's the main
also
idea
for
I
the
had.
future.
Yeah. So that's the biggest change from the last, let's say, 10 years.
Yeah.
And so that's. But I have more plans also I'm also working maybe for Italian label now. From next year, I'm close to signing the contract.
Okay.
And I will make a production service in a way of I write the songs, lyrics, vocal melodies, producing, and some singer from their side will be on the top. So I'm the guy behind the production and get paid, and that's what I like to do. I want to go a little bit more back.
Is it like Frontiers what you will be working with?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And so I will be more going back to songwriting instead, just working for other bands, mixing only. You know, it's like I'm missing this a little bit because since I made this work in my studio, I was getting less and less involved in songwriting and guitar playing, so I'm not playing much anymore.
Okay.
So I said, that's time now. I was, like a month ago, I said, I'm fucking so bad now.
Yeah.
You know? Of course, it's back now after rehearsing 2 weeks, this new stuff, but I said, I can't do this, you know? You're not getting better in the age, you know?
Yeah.
I play the same stuff, what I learned 20 years ago, you know? I want to develop some tricks again, you know? Also, maybe I go back to Stratocaster again, which is, I play different on the Stratocaster. It's more the classical, like arpeggios or different sounds, or, you know, the Stratocaster is reacting faster somehow. It's more percussive, and maybe both. Who knows? I like both worlds, Gibson and Fender, you know. And so that's a lot of plans next year. So new album, Masterplan, festivals. I'm solo gigging in South America. And maybe production-wise, you know, time is not so bad for the business if you find some good niches. So I was happy. I said to myself, if I'm not successful in a way like, you know, making money with Masterplan, I still have the studio or other projects, or many people still ask me for playing guest solo, and also helps, you know, when you play 1 or 2 solo parts per month. For mostly unknown bands, but they're happy when they have my name and my playing on it.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want,
give you a call
I have to
or
play
an
then
email.
again, you know. Keep me playing, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot for the interview, and all the best for tonight's show as well as for the future. Anything you want to say as a closer to the fans?
Yeah, I hope you will enjoy it today, what we do, and have fun, and want to see you.
And check out the next Masterplan when it comes out.
Absolutely.